come in, sir? Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir.
You are Mr.
KV Srikanth, sir.
KV Srikanth.
Yes, sir.
Srikanth was a very fluent opener of Indian cricket team.
Yes, sir.
You remember?
Sir, I do not follow cricket much, so
Oh,
I do not know.
okay.
Yes, sir.
You are nature lover.
Yes, sir.
From your biodata, I could observe
Yes, sir.
nature lover.
Yes, sir.
So, which type of nature you enjoy?
Sir, actually that is countryside nature. I'd like to watch the birds and the agricultural fields. And I get
Birds
that
as well as trees.
birds and trees in the countryside and animals. So I'd
Animals
like to find peace in observing these nature landscapes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, all components of nature are equally you are interested.
Yes, sir.
That I can presume.
Yes, sir.
So, which part of India you have visited as far as nature exploring is concerned?
Sir.
Which part?
Sir, I have visited the Sri Venkateswara National Park, which is on the
Which one?
Sri Venkateswara National Park.
Okay, Sri Venkateswara.
Yes, sir. It is in Chittoor district in
Andhra.
Andhra Pradesh. Yes, sir.
So, have you came across a flame of the forest tree
Yes, sir.
in your track? Flame of the forest.
Yes, sir.
What is that one?
Sir, it is Bitia monosperma, which is flame of the forest. But I haven't personally seen it, sir.
Oh, okay.
But I have read it about in forestry.
What is specialty of this tree? And it is found in which type of forest?
Sir. Sir, it is famous for its red-colored leaves, which are very bright and aesthetic, and it also have uses in minor forest produce. And sir, mainly it was found in moist deciduous forest types in Madhya Pradesh.
It is found in dry deciduous,
Yes, sir.
not moist deciduous, tropical dry deciduous.
I stand corrected, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, remember it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Then what you are studying in Noida?
Yes, sir.
You studied in Noida.
Yes, sir.
Where are you working now?
Sir, I am currently preparing for the Indian Forest Service.
While stationed in your Andhra Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
So nowadays there are very colorful trees, mainly in urban areas,
Yes, sir.
especially May, June month,
Yes, sir.
with very colorful flowers.
Yes, sir.
What are those? You can observe in urban areas, near parks, sometimes near roadsides also,
Yes, sir.
in Uttar Pradesh also, in your area, Noida, Delhi,
Yes, sir.
in your area also, in urban areas. What are those ornamental, the trees with full of ornamental flowers of different colors,
Sir, I couldn't.
especially in the May and June?
Sir, I couldn't exactly recall the tree right now.
Do you remember this Cassia fistula,
Yes, sir.
Gulmohar tree you
Yeah.
have seen?
I have not seen, sir, but I have read about it.
You have heard about
Yes,
it.
sir.
So that is the same that I am asking.
Yes, sir.
So what is Indian gooseberry?
Sir, it is Emilica officinalis, which is amla.
Amla.
Yes, sir.
What are the uses?
Sir, it has many medicinal uses, and also it has nutritional uses, which can be used in achars and for the food purposes.
Any medicine, very famous medicine is prepared from amla. What is that? Ayurvedic medicine, powder. What is that?
Sir, I couldn't exactly recall the.
Tirfala, have you heard?
No, sir, I haven't
Okay,
heard.
chaliye, theek.
Yes, sir.
What is Margot tree?
Sir, sir, I couldn't recall what Margot
Azadi
is.
Rasta Indica you have heard?
Yes, sir.
So that is Margot tree.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So your optional was geology also.
Yes, sir.
So tell me about Mohr's scale of hardness.
Sir.
It is very common scale
Yes, sir.
in common topic in geology.
Yes, sir.
Mohr's scale of hardness.
Sir.
What is that?
Sir, most scale of hardness deals with the hardness of the rocks, different types of rocks.
Pardon?
Hardness of the rocks.
Acha.
It is scaled from 0 to 10, 1 to 10, 1 being talc and 10 being
0 to 10 or 1 to 10?
1 to 10, sir. 1 is talc and then we have a
One is?
talc.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, and 10th we have diamond. In this order,
In between?
sir, we have, I could recall that 4 we have calcite, 5 we have fluorite. We have also conundrum and
Okay, sir.
yes, sir.
You are basically electrical and electronics engineer
Yes, sir.
combined together.
Yes, sir.
So what is the difference between motor and generator?
Sir, motor is electrical appliance where it is fed energy and we can get the mechanical output. But in generator, we will use the mechanical energy which will give the electrical output in the form of current, which is AC current.
Any example of motor in day-to-day
Sir,
working?
sir, we can see the ceiling fans have motors. We can also see the pumps which we use for the daily use.
Okay.
These types of are motors.
Sir.
Thank you, sir. So, how do you address? Kolluru is your village name,
Yes, sir. Surname.
surname.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Venkata, how
Sir.
we have to call you?
Sir, Srikanth.
Srikanth.
Yes, sir.
Srikanth. So, you are from Guntur.
Yes, sir.
So, Guntur famous for tobacco.
Yes, sir.
See, everyone knows that tobacco is such a bad product.
Yes, sir.
We have the ramifications in our life
Yes, sir.
in the name of cancer and other illness.
Yes, sir.
So why we are society or as a government, why you are promoting this cultivation?
Sir, mainly it has to do with the income reasons and the livelihood reasons of the farmers, because it provides so much income for the government and the livelihood for the farmers. It is also have traditionally the farmers are growing these tobacco crops in our area, sir, especially. They have a good quality tobacco and export regime is also good there. So for these reasons, we are encouraging this. We are not encouraging, but we are sustaining this tobacco products.
Okay. Now we talk about green revolution, rainbow revolution, blue revolution, many revolution, and we talk about the diversification of the crops that we are doing in the past.
Yes, sir.
So why can't we diversify from this crop to other crop, which can be easily eliminated, right? Because if you see the public good,
Yes, sir.
it is a negative product.
Yes, sir.
Is it so?
Sir, pardon, sir.
In the longer run, we consider this as a negative crop.
Yes,
this,
sir.
this crop, by consuming in the name of cigarette and other issues,
Yes, sir.
we are facing lot of illness in the name of cancer.
Yes, sir.
So why can't we go for a good crops that help our health? You can go for a diversification into the medicinal plants.
Yes, sir.
There are good other promising cash crops.
Yes, sir.
Maybe now we are talk about the adaptation. We can change it to other enterprises like livestock enterprises
Yes, sir.
or food processing.
Yes, sir.
So what is your idea? Can we continue with this, or in the slowly steadily we can remove this crop from the Guntur side?
Sir, I think we can strategize to reduce and discourage the tobacco production by showing the farmers other crops. Like what you have said, sir, we can, ITC right now is doing that in Madhya Pradesh. They are shifting for the other crops like millets, and they are using these millets in their FMCGs for their food products like biscuits and cakes, etc. So in this way, we can translate these tobacco crops to other crops by incentivizing through ITC companies or etc. any marketing products.
Since you are from Guntur,
Yes, sir.
if I want to analyze
Sir.
whether this tobacco gives more benefits or harmful.
Sir, tobacco is it is harmful for the health, and there are medical reports in its favor that it is harmful for the health. Sir, so that we have to discourage farmers from growing this crop by showing them other alternatives.
What kind of alternative that you prefer or propose?
Sir, we can grow the wheat, we can grow cotton,
Wheat?
sir, for using the food products like biscuits and cakes, which ITG is actually doing in the Madhya Pradesh.
If you make a transition from tobacco to wheat,
Sir.
is it possible, readily acceptable? The soil will permit, the environment and edaphic matter will support, whether the farmers, it is your proportion, right?
Yes, sir.
So you are proposing based on some judgmental value.
Yes, sir.
Is it possible?
Sir, in Madhya Pradesh, they are doing it, sir. And also we can consider millets, sir, where in dryland areas we can also grow millets.
Okay, good. So your result is awaited for Central Armed Police Forces.
Yes, sir.
So what about the status?
Sir, it is yet to be announced. The interviews have been concluded, but result is finally yet to be announced.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if you get it happy,
Yes, sir. Pardon, sir.
if you get a positive result,
Sir.
you are in a happy mood, or you want to pursue again?
Sir, I will be happy because I have tried for it with everything I have. And also, sir, but forest service is my preferred choice.
Why?
Sir, so basically I have three reasons for this. Actually, I love nature and I'm passionate about working in the nature. Sir, secondly, sir, I want to work in the fields like climate change, tribal development and nature conservation. And thirdly, sir, it will give me immense satisfaction to work in the lap of nature.
Okay, since you are electrical and electronics engineering,
Yes, sir.
so what is the application of drones in forest sector? Is that been already taken into effect, or still we are experimenting, or we are trying to get into this technology?
Sir, drones as a technology has very good use in the forestry. With the drones, we can survey the forest area. We can survey illegal activities like illegal felling and illegal encroachments. So it has very good applications in the forestry. Right now, there are some initiatives in forest departments of various states. They are using the drones. In Madhya Pradesh, I have seen some IFS officer is the forest department is actually using drones. Yes,
For
sir.
using drones, there are certain rules, right?
Yes, sir.
Which is the ministry is monitoring this, or taking care of these issues in the implementation part.
Sir, we have drone rules under the Ministry of Civil Aviation, and these rules have issued by the Ministry of Civil Aviation, sir. And this drones operation will come under the.
What is the recent amendments in the rule, existing rule?
Sir.
Why it was done?
Sir. Sir, to curb the to regulate the drone usage, we have amend the rules, sir. It basically divides the drone rules into three zones: red zone, yellow zone, and green zone. And also there have been classification in micro, small, medium zones.
Out of this, color code.
Sir.
So is it possible to fly the zone in the eco-sensitive zone? Which area comes under this? You mentioned three, right?
Yes, sir.
Yellow, green, red.
Yes, sir.
So can you fly the drones in this eco-sensitive zone?
Sir, I'm not exactly sure under which color code.
Since you are aspiring for forest service,
Yes, sir.
I think you should understand. So anyhow,
Sir, I think
we'll come out with the basics.
Yes, sir.
What are how they classify these drones? Based on the weight, right?
Yes, sir.
How they do?
Sir, there are basically I recall 4 or 5, sir. Micro to micro, medium, micro, small, medium, and large
Why
drones.
you forget nano?
I couldn't exactly recall the nano weight scale, sir. Yes, sir.
What is the weight? Just give some fair idea.
Sir, I couldn't recall the exact name, but can I guess?
Anyway, nano is the first, the up to 250 gram.
Yes,
So,
sir.
after that, you mentioned about micro, then small, medium, large.
Yes, sir.
So give some idea. 250 is the starting. Up
Yes,
to less than 250 is the nano. Then what else?
Sir, I'm not exactly sure about.
So you are not knowing.
Yes, sir. I'm not exactly sure.
So what? At least you tell me what is the weight of the large drones, larger drones.
Sir, if I can take a guess.
Yes.
Sir, maybe above 50 kg or 100 kg, 50 to 100 kg.
More than 150 kg.
Yes, sir.
Anyhow, good. Srikanth,
Yes, sir.
there are ecotourism sites.
Yes, sir.
Why they mention ecotourism? There is a tourism. Even you and me go to any national park or wildlife sanctuary,
Sir.
we consider the tourism in the past.
Yes,
All of a
sir.
sudden, why this ecotourism concept developed? What is the main attribute of this ecotourism?
Sir, the main thing is the sustainability of the tourism. It should be in cyclic approach because it should not disturb the ecosystems.
Very good.
It should not. It should be a circular.
That means responsible travel.
Responsible travel.
Very good.
Sir. Yes, sir.
What else?
And also, sir, there should be awareness in the people that they should not destroy where they are visiting the national parks, like throwing
That's
the plastic.
also responsibility. Then what else?
Sir, and also increasing the awareness in the people so that they can improve the contribute to the ecological improvement.
Okay. What else?
Yeah,
have you ever been to any ecotourism site in Andhra Pradesh or any other state?
Sir, personally, I haven't visited to any ecotourism sites.
What about the livelihood to the local people who are residing in that area?
Yes, sir.
Are we thinking anything on this direction?
Yes, sir. There are many tribal groups living in the forests, and I personally can quote example from the Srisailam Tiger Reserve, sir, where there are Chenchu tribals, and there is ecotourism developed for them, where they can show the guides in the tour, and they will get the income from this.
Very good. This is the main concept.
Yes, sir.
When you talk about sustainability,
Yes,
unless you involve the local, unless they're claiming ownership, unless they get some revenue
Income.
or remuneration,
Yes, sir.
the system may not be sustainable.
Yes, sir.
So ecotourism is such a concept. Anyhow, very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Thank you.
Srikanth said discuss about tobacco.
Yes, sir.
So tobacco is one of the important cash crop, and
Yes, sir.
cash crop give farmer a huge cash. So ultimately, it is directly proportional to prosperity.
Yes, sir.
Then why we are adopting as a state that restrictive approach towards tobacco? Tobacco and in forest perspective, red center, because it's give case and it is one of the important tool for farmer prosperity.
Sir, mainly because it has health ramifications. It has led to many health issues like cancers, mouth cancers, and etc. And it is mainly adverse to the health, and it is causing many livelihoods to be lost in this in its tobacco use. So that's why the government is restricting, but not eliminating, because there are livelihoods and also income considerations by the government.
Okay, so a different type of production, different type of crop use insecticide, pesticide, and they are also in food chain.
Yes, sir.
They are also health concern. Like in Punjab, there is tobacco, that train of cancer train is going on.
Yes, sir.
But why government is not putting restriction on these type of insecticide and pesticide? They have also health concern.
Sir, for some pesticides, the government has banned under a Stockholm Convention. There are persistent organic pollutants which we have banned, but there are these insecticides we need to use for the farming output in order for a crop to be outcome to be good without damaging. So there has to be a balance between the food security and the usage of these pesticides. And the dangerous one we have banned, sir, and we are considering banning other things through a new pesticide act, which was brought by the government.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you are basically from Andhra Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
Andhra Pradesh is known for red center
Yes, sir.
and endemic to 3 to 4 district of Andhra Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
Can you name these district?
Sir, after the new reorganization, this is endemic to Annamaya district, Kadapa district, Chittoor district, sir. As far as
Okay,
I can.
Nallamala and Velkonda range.
Yes, sir. Below the Nallamela range.
Okay, or Velkonda. But red center is considered for important for furniture, medicinal, aromatic use. But it is considered one of the endangered site species.
Yes, sir.
Sites convention part.
Yes, sir.
And there is huge illegal trade
Yes, sir.
from illegal trade from forest to dump sites and then dump site to the ports to the international
Yes, sir.
measure. So what are the preventive measure we should adopt? Yeah, what are the preventive measure forest department, state department are adopting?
Sir, in our state, the police force has a special task force which works in conjunction with the forest department for the combing operation, sir, so that we can curb these illegal fellings inside the forest areas. So through this coordination of the forest and police teams, we can restrict the felling of these red sanders, and it has been done. and there has been substantial reduction in illegal red sanders cutting and felling. In 2008, sir, there used to be much cutting, but now they have been significantly reduced.
Okay. On one side of country, police are controlling as a law control measure, where another side of country, one of our largest state, there is open encounter. Yeah, we say that in front of police there is death of 2 and 3 people who are under police custody.
Yes, sir.
So police are utilizing its law and order domain properly. Do you think there is need to adopt police reform on priority base in this country?
Sir, at a large extent, the police force is doing a good job, but there are some cases like custodial deaths and low police force and low and high number of vacancies. There can be reforms, sir, like the reforms said in the Prakashing judgment, and also many other police reforms before that. We can definitely take that up, sir, and also we can give push to the smart policing, which Vice President have given before, so that we can bring the police more to the locals. Right now, we are seeing the police as a not able to go there and say our grievances. We have to do the community policing and bring the police near towards the people, sir.
Okay. Srikanth, when I look your hobbies, then one side you are using weight training, HIIT training, whereas another side you are using meditation, which is considered an old age hobby. People who are above 40 year age or 45 year age. Do you think synchronization of these two hobbies is possible?
Sir, in my case, it is definitely possible, sir. Actually, the way I see, meditation should be done even from a young age, because it has many health benefits, and also it can be used to control the mental energies. And sir, I think they can be done simultaneously, and I have been doing it since 3 years.
Nice. Tirupati temple in Andhra Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
And Tirupati temple, the temple organization used some water conservation measure to remove drought.
Yes,
to adapt in drought climate. Can you suggest the name? Yes, would you suggest the name of these water conservatory measure adopted by Tirupati temple?
Sir, I'm not exactly sure about the method, but if I can take a guess.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, there is a dam near the Tirupati, which is Anicut. They can use that, or else there may be water harvesting from rooftop harvesting.
Okay. In ancient India, there is during British time we have 2 capital.
Sir.
In summer capital and then Delhi as a capital.
Yes, sir.
So same like Andhra, after Andhra, Amravati is developed as capital, and now new urban agglomeration is developing as a capital.
Yes, sir.
So why? Because in our history or at a national level we have 2 capital. Then why Andhra government is not adopting the concept of 2 capital? And these type of policy measure, maybe they have some political intervention. These type of policy measure ultimately affect the welfare of people. Do you think ultimately affect the welfare of people?
Sir, I do think it will affect the people, because if you are not sure about the any capital right now, it may lead to less investments and less development in a single capital, because this capital pulls the investment and also provides all the facilities for the further development of the state. Right now we are having the capital, we do not have solid capital. We have Amravati, and we have shifted to decentralization in 3 capitals, and then again we have cancelled the bill. Sir, what I think is that we have to have a solid capital first and provide all these provide for all these services.
Okay, I have 3 terminology, because you basically from geology. Then can you tell me the meaning of pedoturbation?
Sir, it is when the organisms in the soil disturbs and recycles the soil. I think I recollect it is the pedoturbation.
Okay, active and passive factor of soil formation.
Sir, in active formation, we have weathering. Sir, we have rain, wind, etc. for the active formation.
Edaphic is active or passive?
Sir, edaphic relates to soil. Sir, I couldn't exactly recall right now whether it is active or passive.
Okay, Adaphic is a stable factor, so it is passive, na?
Yes, sir.
Because it is formed. Then my last question is, what is leaching?
Sir, leaching is when in the soil profile, the nutrients due to the rainfall, these nutrients leads to the next layer, which is called elevation, and it goes to other a layer which is called elevation.
Elevation and elevation,
Yes,
lower
sir.
horizon.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is called leaching, sir.
Sir.
Yes, Mr. Srikanth,
Yes, sir.
you are a nature lover.
Yes, sir.
What do you understand by carrying capacity of nature?
Sir, carrying capacity is the sustainability of the ecosystem, like how much resources it can provide for the human resource use. If you exploit more than the carrying capacity, then it will become unsustainable. So that is the meaning of carrying capacity.
I see. Then what do you feel about the way that the humanity is making use of the resources of nature?
Sir.
Are we keeping in mind the carrying capacity of nature?
So right now, we are not adhering to the carrying capacity, and there is also some report saying that we are close to midnight, because we are our carbon footprint is much larger than what is permissible for the carrying capacity. Sir, I think in terms of these greenhouse gas emissions, in terms of development, this is increasing the temperatures, and we need to have more works need to be done in terms of the climate change to achieve the carrying capacity of the environment.
What do you think are the achievements of the COP, the COP meetings that had been held so far?
Yes, sir.
Have we done something towards controlling the climate change and its effect? It may be insufficient, but have we done something?
Sir, yes, sir, we have definitely done in terms of intended national determined contributions and also Panchamrit targets, and we are massively scaling up the renewable energy in India, which has grown tremendously in
We
terms
are
of.
talking about humanity. What humanity has done, not India.
Sir. Sir, right now humanity as a whole is doing. There is a growing awareness to reduce the greenhouse gases in terms of adopting the renewable resources, renewable types of energy, and also combating the land degradation, conserving the biodiversity. In these all these agreements, in terms of from the Stockholm Agreement to the recent COP 27, we have been pushing the limits of the.
What was done in COP 26?
Sir, COP 26.
Have you heard about net zero carbon emission rate?
Yes, sir.
What is its significance?
Sir, it is a concept which says that we should reduce the carbon emissions to zero. If we emit the carbon, we also have to sequester and take back the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere so that it reaches a net zero, so that the global temperatures are not increasing due to the global greenhouse gas effect. So that is net zero.
So what India has done to achieve this target? Has India undertaken any legal obligation?
Sir, there is INDCs in the form of international obligations to reach the net zero by 2070. It is one of the goal in the Panchamrit, and we are doing increasing the renewables, and we also have Green India Mission. We also have National Solar Mission under the National Action Plan for Climate Change, etc. There is improvements, sir, in terms of renewables, and also yes, sir, government is working in these areas.
Have you heard about National Green Hydrogen Mission?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Sir, it is to produce hydrogen from the renewable energy, which is called green hydrogen. There is a targets being set under the National Green Hydrogen Mission for its use in various industries, be it oil refineries.
What's the target that has been fixed in terms of quantity of green hydrogen to be generated?
Sir, I can recall it is 5 million tons.
By what timeline?
Sir, I couldn't exactly recall, but can I take a guess?
Yes.
Sir, it is 2030, I think.
2030. You are right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the NTPC and also the government of India are proposing to increase the contribution of nuclear power generation
Yes, sir.
up to 10% of the total power generated in the country
Yes, sir.
as a means to achieve the 2070 target that India has undertaken legally.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the nuclear energy shift is advisable, wiser?
Sir, I definitely think we can use the nuclear fuel because it is a clean fuel. It does not generate any carbon emissions. We already have.
If it doesn't create carbon emission, then can we call it as clean fuel?
Sir, it has radioactive and other disaster effects, but we can control them. But our main goal is to reduce the greenhouse gases in terms of CO2 and reduce the greenhouse effect and the climate change. So we can scale up this nuclear energy, sir, with the due precautions. And
what about its sustainability and safety?
Sir, for safety, we can take precautions like, sir, these developing countries in Europe are doing, like Germany has much of the share.
They are moving away from nuclear power generation and consumption.
Sir. Sir, I think it can add for the energy mix of the India with the due safety and in this transition period, while we going from the non-renewable to renewable, we can use this, and then
as a temporary measure.
Yes, sir. We can, as a temporary measure, we can use so that it can transition is effective and smooth.
Have you heard about these modular nuclear reactors?
No, sir, I haven't heard about it.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir.
This Niti Aayog has been promoting
Sir.
the development of modular nuclear reactors. What
Yes, sir.
are they?
Sir, as far as I can remember, they are small-scale nuclear reactors which has low capacity for electricity generation, which can be assembled
Why
fast.
should be they promoted? What benefits do they confer?
So, firstly, they are easy to assemble and small scale, so that low resources can be taken for this establishment
Low
of this.
investments, low gestation period.
Yes, sir.
Then
And also the remoteness we can establish in far-fetched areas. Like for a big nuclear plant, we have to have land and also other things. But these modular nuclear reactors can be set up in a mobile way, like Footloose Industries, so that we can take this electricity to the masses in remote areas. That is one thing I can think of, sir.
Was there any proposal to establish a foreign nuclear reactor in Andhra Pradesh?
Sir, I'm not sure about the agreement.
US assisted foreign nuclear reactor in Andhra Pradesh. Are you aware of this?
No, sir, I'm not aware of it.
All right then. So thank you very much, Mr. Srikanth.
Thank you, sir.